看，今天又是绿油油的一片。阿雷，啊哈，仔仔，我喝水，好，我喝水。妈妈，妈妈，仔仔早上好，妈妈早上好，猫头鹰早上好。喝水了，没有人要换头像吗？妄想剧，好好妄想剧。猫头鹰怎样啦？一直那个脸是怎样？仔仔，妈妈，你们是约好了是不是啊？要先确认一个东西。如果我同时播我在看的影片，又有背景音，这样会不会很吵？
Now we know how Blender functions. Let's start building that donut. So, as before, let's, well, first of all, just to repeat, make sure you are working with a new scene. Completely new scene, don't want any remaining monkey heads lying around. Let's begin fresh slate and let's delete our default cube just with the delete key and let's replace it with a new object. You might remember the hotkey for that is Shift.
会吗？会很吵吗？我有点担心。台上为什么你们都要贴那只羊？对啊，那是我自己放的。我不知道。好，没有关系。你看到一堆人用 ，OK， 没关系。
And as I mentioned before, you
usually
want those
自己
underneath mesh because these are your primitives. So we want to start with something that most resembles what it is we're building. You know, if it was a house, you might start with a cube. If it was a vase, you might start with a cylinder. In our case, we want the donut-shaped one, although mathematicians call it a torus for some reason. So let's add.
看到树库刷我就跟上。OK， 我们都是跟风仔。然后我要做什么吗？我们要做甜。
Add that. Now, if I zoom in by scrolling up, we can see we have something resembling a donut. Looks like a pretty weak-looking donut, you know, very flimsy. Looks like the donut before it's cooked when they just drop it into the vat and it's just this little wispy thing. So immediately after you do some actions in Blender, you have options to change it. And the options are hidden down here in the bottom left-hand corner. You see a little box, and if you click that box, you see options. And look, we can change the dimensions of our torus. Now, something to note is that these options in Blender only appear immediately after you have done that action. If you do another
我的甜甜圈长这样应该可以吧？ 哎，是，没错，汪海军说的是对的。只要一按错东西，电脑就会爆炸。
Another action, like say deselect your torus by mistake, it's gone, right? Because Blender has assumed you have moved on, you've accepted the state of your donut, and this is the one you want, right? Now, if you haven't done anything drastic or changed this object in some severe way, you can temporarily bring it back by hitting F9. I never actually remember that hotkey. I just remember that immediately after I have added an object, if I want to tweak it, now's my chance before I move on to something else. Okay, so we could change, the size of it here. We can also change the resolution. I'll use the term resolution loosely. To make it higher or lower fidelity. And a mistake that a lot of beginners make, and I say this because this was the exact mistake I made way back in 2003 when I started learning Blender, is they go, well,
哎，老师早安，鲁南 ，Hello， 汪海军说什么？面数拉到最高，电脑直接超速，是面数。
Need a realistic looking donut, so I guess I need to go really high resolution.
Really high resolution.哎，有没有甜甜圈的样子啦，各位？其实是输出的时候会爆炸。
I remember my first project. One of my first projects was for a high school film project, and I wanted to have a close-up of a face. Didn't realize faces were going to be difficult, but I went really high poly, and then it was just an absolute nightmare to work with. So the reason you don't want this is that, for starters, things that are high poly are very slow to render, and they're very hard to work with if you want to tweak the shape of it. But also, as you learn and you grow with 3D, you'll discover that it is a lot easier to add resolution to something later on, but it's very difficult to take it away if you've already built it into it and you don't need it. So, long way to say, what we actually want is to have as few polys, these are called polys, as you can get away with. So I'm going to go with 32 major and 12 minor. And don't worry that it looks all jagged, because we will fix that in a moment. Now, the major and minor, this is really up to you, but I find that something that looks kind of chunky, like a fat donut, just looks really delicious. So I'm going with something around about this size, okay? And once I'm happy with this, once I'm ready to click off,
哈，渲染我电脑应该是不会爆炸，因为我电脑是有配合做3D 用的，然后去弄的。哎，对，月光大剑它10分钟，耶嘿，做不出来。
I click off, the options are gone, and this is it. This is the donut that I am now working with. So how do we make this look higher resolution, less jagged? Well, one way is to use smooth shading. So if you right-click with your object selected, go to Shade Smooth. And look at that, this is immediately better. Without getting too technical, this is kind of a fakery. It's sort of like the shader is telling the renderer that this is a really high poly dense mesh when it really isn't. It's just basically kind of like averaging.
为什么它的比较好？
Selected, go to Shade Smooth.
哦，因为我没点啊。为什么不拿了月光大剑？做不出来啦，月光大剑太难了。
This is immediately better. Without getting too technical, this is kind of a fakery. It's sort of like the shader is telling the renderer that this is a really high poly dense mesh when it really isn't. It's just basically kind of like averaging out faces and anyway, it's very technical, but basically means it's not going to add anything to your render time, but it's going to look smoother. And so this is generally what you want for something that is smooth and organic looking like we want. If you were rendering like architectural or like hard surfaces, like later on we're going to put this on a counter, then the object would obviously want to be flat. But in our case, we're just going to use shade smooth. But you might notice that looking at this, especially if you go side on, that you've got this sort of jagged shape around here, right? So the silhouette is really breaking that illusion that this is a high poly or a smooth looking donut. But thankfully, rather than adding all of that complex density into the mesh itself and then making it hard to remove later on, there's another way through modifiers. So if we go over here to our properties, right, this very confusing, lots of option looking properties, click on the wrench, and this is the section called modifiers. And this is one of those object dependent things. So if you've got your camera selected, you won't see it. So it's only when you've got actual meshes that you might see this modifier here. So it's much easier to explain if we just add one. So up here, add modifier, and you got a range of options here that can do a whole number of things. The one that we're looking for is underneath generate, and it is called subdivision surface.
I have to finish this paper.
Surface.靠背在哪里？哈哈哈哈哈哈！那个吗？为什么在看甜甜圈？他在做甜甜圈。
Is a really add one. So up here, add modifier, and you got a range of options here that can do a whole number of things. The one that we're looking for is underneath generate, and it is called subdivision surface.
这里 subdivision surface。哦。
And it is a really common modifier that you use all the time. In fact, it's so common, it's actually, you can just immediately add it to any object just by hitting Control-1. But don't do that because we've already got it, so there. Now, some of you might have just discovered that your donut has disappeared. If that is the case, you need to go to Edit, Preferences, and then underneath Viewport, where it's got Subdivision at the very bottom, Disable GPU Subdivision. That will then make the subdivision perform on your CPU instead of your GPU, which is maybe non-existent or not performing whatever. But disable that and it should appear. But if it's already working for you, don't disable it. Keep it going because GPU will be faster. So what exactly is this doing? Well, it's a lot easier to explain if we look at the shade flat mode, because we're not being tricked by the smooth shading there. If I set this levels viewport to 0, this is our original mesh. This is before we add the subsurface essentially. When we increase this, you can see that it is adding resolution to our mesh. And the more I increase this viewport levels here, the finer and finer that detail becomes. So to explain it, because this is such a very, very common modifier, it's kind of important to understand how it's working. You can see that this is these squares here, these are called faces, by the way. And for each one of these faces here, as I add a level, you can see it's becoming 4 faces, right? And then now if I zoomed in on this one face here, if I do another level, that's now become 4 faces. And then if I zoom in again, it's now become 4 faces. So it's exponentially adding detail. And you might also know that it is smoothing it out as well. Like this jagged edge that we've got here, you can see now becomes smoother. So to quickly visualize that, if I just draw it, like imagine you've got like a 90-degree corner, right? Like this. If you add a subsurf modifier, what it's going to do is it's going to add a point here, right? Because this is the extra detail. It's also going to take that point there and it's going to
这现在要做什么？艾斯还是野猪？靠腰啊！我要做甜甜圈啊
average it out. It's going to average it out between these points. And it's going to create another one there and another one there. So you go then from having that really hard corner there to having something that looks a lot smoother. So it's going to take a point and it's also going to change it to make it look smoother, generally speaking. So there we go. So now as I increase this, you can see it's getting smoother and smoother. Now, the reason there are two options here, you've got levels viewport and levels render. So reminder, this gray area that we operate in is called our viewport. The render is the pretty version. So as an example, you can see if I just
这样。花花，你是谁？你发想的是什么？这是还是野猪？不是哦，花花早安，没问题啊，就是甜甜圈啊，所以是在设计。为什么？我认识的小孩不会那么早开台，不是哦。我这么早开台，那你怎么了？有中文教学，看看。哦，他的哦，我知道他，但是我是要学这个。的确，你们真的很过分呢！甜点师傅小杨，没错。
Turned it off for the viewport, it looks very jagged. But then for my render, if I increase that to 3, if I do my render, which you could go up there and render image, or remember the hotkey F12, you can see that that donut is now smooth, but I go back and you can see it's jagged. So the viewport, you want to generally keep it lightweight, and then the render time, that's where you want to get a really nice looking pretty image. So you want to often have two different levels.
我是在做甜甜圈。
In our case though, I don't really think we need to go beyond 1, even for our final pretty image, because this with shade smoothing turned on is good enough. And we're going to be adding more to the scene later on, so we don't want to make it too complex. So this is actually pretty good. Okay, so we have a perfect donut. And that's the problem. It's too perfect. You could spend decades trying to develop a machine in the real world that made a donut this perfect, and you never would. This is so mathematically precise that the eye will always see this as looking fake. So that's actually a problem you learn pretty quickly in 3D, that things that are too perfect just look fake. So you have to spend time making things look.
那什么？现在做甜点师傅都要学3D这么硬的吗？没错。不要过分，我们在称赞小杨。刚才跳水了什么意思？你这样讲，我还以为我搞错。搞错什么？
Misshapen and adding variation there, like you see in the real world.
要拍照溺水的照片，我就跳下去了。Oh my god!
Well, because your eye expects to see it. So, how do we do that? How do we make this donut look a little more lumpy and interesting? I do that by changing the mesh itself. So this mode that we are in right now, where we can, click on different objects, is called object mode. And I know that because in the top left-hand corner, you can see we are in object mode. But if I click the drop down, you can see I get a number.
哦，感谢头瓦 TNT 的追随，感谢幻想精灵的追随。
Other options here. And these options, again, will change depending on the object you've got selected.
接下来是不是要开放投稿来做练习？吐了。这时候做甜甜圈的教学好像看过，对啊，他那个教学超级热门的。
If I've got a lamp,
有300多万次观看。
I've only got object mode. My camera, I've only got object mode.
现在听了之后没有怎么好，对，老金叫我来了啊，居然！谢谢老金，谢谢精灵，干净。我突然在惨叫，因为听说大家要投稿，做什么？
To edit mode.
我还没欺负小杨 ，OK， 下啦，等一下啦。 哇哦，好多节点，看到节点就不舒服了，看到节点整个人都不舒服起来了。
Right, now you can see our mesh, our object has become something that looks weird. It's got a bunch of little points on it with lines and very technical. Well, that's because this is actually what the mesh is made up of. These little points here, which you can click on just by selecting, are called your vertices. The singular term is called vertex. I never say that. I like to just call all of them vertices, regardless of whether it's one or two, just because you always get some comments that go, actually, it's called vertex if it is singular. Anyway, so these are called your vertices, and if you have two of them joined by a line, that is called an edge, and if you have four of them forming a face, then it's called a face. So with these, I can quickly change the shape of my...
那些眼睛就好累了。夫妇，夫妇。精灵，我跟你说，他不止声音像放火，他整个人看起来也很像放火。夫妇，早安，好久不见，谢谢你的时间，小7点，谢谢。早安。
My object by using the same hotkeys as before, and if I want to move this, then I would simply tap G, right? And you can see it's now attached to my cursor. And if I want to confirm its movement, I just do a single left click. And there it is. Now, if I go back into object mode, like that, you can see that my mesh has changed, okay? And by the way, the hotkey for jumping in and out of object and edit mode is just tab, okay? So you can see it's just toggling between those two modes because it's so common that you want...
别怕，节点越多越圆滑，可是圆滑是可以偷懒的。哎，确实啊。然后你知道学完建模知道要学什么？你要学写程式，然后你就可以做游戏。老金啊，早上好。
To just quickly change things, that it's just easily accessible by that. Now,
吐了。
This is okay, right? But you can see it's like it's got like some artifacting. It's like it's not the greatest lump. Right? So how do we make it look a little more natural? Well, I mean, you could, you know, you move one, right click, and then I move the next one next to it, right? I'll move that out, and then I'll move this one out a little bit, and then I move this one out. And it's like, okay, well, now I've got the thing, but it took me like 5 actions. Ridiculous, right? No one wants to do that. No one's got time for that. Thankfully, there is a tool in Blender just for this, and it's called proportional.
我原本学这个目的做游戏啊，居然。
Proportional editing, and you can enable it up there in your toolbar. So if you enable that, now if I hit G and I move it out, you will see I get a little ring around my cursor there, and that is now changing.
Oh my god! 哦，Blender 这么方便的吗？认真，没有在跟我开玩笑。可是为什么我没有那个？认真？这么方便了吗？版本问题？没有，我找到了。你的 VP 自己建的，好强好强！叶福早安。哎，可是为什么我没有？我再倒回去看，刚刚跟你们聊天都忘记看脚靠腰啊。
I'll move that out, and then I'll move this one out a little bit, and it's ridiculous, right? No one wants to do that. No one's got time for that. Thankfully, there is a tool in Blender just for this, and it's called proportional editing, and you can enable it up there in your toolbar. So if you enable that, now if I hit G and I move it out, you
G。为什么没反应？哦，有了，要按住。哦，看，超他妈方便嘞 ！Oh my god！ 我刚看到那一刻，我真的直接吓烂了。好了，先撤了之后，课再回来偷心。好，看到这个瞬间痛苦面具。对啊，学甜甜圈。哦，好方便，好方便。哈哈。各位，你们现在看到是揉面团的过程。哦，不是啊。好，我也加油的。怎么了，猫头鹰？你又怎么了你？
You will see I get a little ring around my cursor there, and that is now changing the mesh around it. Now, a lot of people in my previous tutorials were like, I don't see what's going on. You
大学差点因为3D 被打，居然吗
have to have something selected first, and then when you hit G, you will see that little circle of influence. Okay, now this circle of influence, if I scroll up, you can see it's shrinking its circle of influence. And if I scroll down, it is expanding its influence. So it's only going to affect what is in that ring there, okay? If you are on, if you don't have a mouse with a scroll wheel, you can also change the influence by using page up and page down. And if you don't have page up or page down because you're on a Mac keyboard, then what you would have to do is go to key map and then change your page up and page down to something else just so that you could get around that. But guys, you got to get a mouse. Get a mouse with a scroll wheel. I think they're, 50 cents or just in the nearest landfill somewhere. Get a mouse because it's going to make your life in 3D a lot easier. Okay, so with this, I can now make quick work of lumpy shapes, okay? So I just drag that out. Okay, I've got a little lumpy shape there. Maybe I go down here and I pull this up just by hitting G, moving it up. Okay, so already this is looking a little more natural, right?
哦，它是要让甜甜圈看起来比较正常一点，有一个高低起伏的。那我就做这样好了。对。
Even if we were making a stylized world for a Pixar movie or something like that, you can't have just a spherical looking donut. Sorry, spherical, round looking circular donut, because it just, your eye will see it as fake. So very quickly, I'm able to add a little bit of variation to the donut. Just all.
对，我知道这一步在干嘛。要看高学。应该可以吧，我甜甜圈就长这样了。我也试给你，可是1年多没碰技术了，全还给老师，居然，好啊。
Around it, just a little bit over here, and you can see that I am just changing my circle of influence depending on. I can make something that looks that in with a. I might actually just drag that out, make it a little bit pretty good. Let's just have a look from the top. But there you go. That,
哦，又有广。
Oh, one more thing, forgot to mention. Go back into edit mode with tab. Donuts, when they're sitting in the little vat thing, right,
有那个甜甜圈的照片，笑死。
but it means that the bit that's nearest to the surface is getting less heat. So essentially what I'm saying is the bit that's around the donut, the circumference of it is usually a little bit flatter. So donuts aren't like perfectly round all the way around. They're usually a little bit flatter. So what I want to do is I want to select these vertices along here, and then I want to shrink them. Now I could go around one by one like this, which is actually what I used to do when I was learning Blender pre-YouTube days, and there was no tutorials. I would do this if I wanted to select this. Silly, because there's a function, a tool, and it is edge select. So if you hold down Alt on your keyboard and then do a single left click on not the points, but on the edge, right? This little line here, you can see it's selected all the way around. So it's anything that's connected along that line. A function, a tool for that, and it is edge select. So if you hold down Alt on your keyboard and then do a single left click on not the points, but on the edge, right? This little line here, you can see it's selected all the way around. So it's anything that's connected along that line is now selected. So if I want to shrink this, right, what would I do? Well, I mean, yeah, you could like move it around, right? We want to shrink it. We want to change the scale of it. So we would use the hotkey S for scale. So S, and I'm going to scale that in. And I actually don't want proportional editing. So I'm going to turn that off and now scale in and just make it a little bit flat.
会不会有点奇怪？哦，他确实是这样做。
There you go. See, it just feels a little bit more natural, doesn't it? Looks a little bit closer to what a donut looks like. And by the way, don't worry if yours doesn't look exactly like this, like your lump is a little bit off. Like some people get a little bit too precious with the tutorial. I gotta match exactly everything I do. Like I'm just working on the fly as well. So just make what you think looks good. Maybe you think this is not misshapen enough and you want to add more, go for it, because it might actually turn out better than what mine is. Now, before we move to the next part, how to save. Blender, very, very easy. You just go save as, and you just get one file. It's called .blend. Very literal file extension, really pushing the limits of what a file extension can be. That's almost a word, Blender. Anyway, .blend, and that's it. And then next time you open it up, it's...
他现在在教怎么样存，我们先来存。这东西让我最痛苦的是，做完之后发现多了一个真的面线，真的，我之前碰麦芽的时候也是。好，这个教学看完了，下一个。下一个。
The Blender 4.0 had a change that makes it more realistic by default, or that there's a new technology that is going to expand the uses for 3D exponentially. Well, you would if you were on my free newsletter called This Week in 3D. It's an email from me once a week with a new tool that I found that affects the industry on the world. This is where we finished up at the end of part 1. We've got our nice looking donut, and now we're going to make that icing, which looks complex but is actually fairly simple. Now, as I mentioned before, if you want to add an object, you go Shift A, right? And then you start with something that resembles what you're trying to create. But we already have something that resembles the exact shape we want to create. It's the donut, because we want the icing around the donut. So let's just reuse this information. So we can do that by duplicating the object. And if you don't know the hotkey for it, you could just go Object, and then you'd find it here where it says Shift D. So Shift D. Now, when you hit that, you are in
Shift D 有另外一个点。
in a placement state, essentially. Like it's duplicated and it's now saying, where do you want to place it? Now, in our case, and actually often, you don't actually want to change its placement. You want to duplicate it exactly where it was. So you can cancel the movement by hitting escape or right-clicking. Now, when you do that, it looks like it's canceled the duplication, but you can see in your outliner, it has duplicated it. You've got two objects, but it's just in the exact same place, which is what we want. So first things first, we need to name them or else we could get very confused very easily. So you can want to change its placement. You want to duplicate it exactly where it was. So you can cancel the movement by hitting escape or right-clicking. Now, when you do that, it looks like it's canceled the duplication, but you can see in your outliner, it has duplicated it. You've got two objects, but it's just in the exact same place, which is what we want. So first things first, we need to name them or else we could get very confused very easily. So you can name an object by just double clicking it in the outliner and then just typing in the object. The other way you can name something, I'll just show you the second way. If you select the Taurus 0.001, that's your icing object. If you're in the 3D view, where your cursor, is over the 3D viewport, if you hit F2, that's another very quick way that you can name something without having to go up to the outliner to find your object. So with our icing object selected, let's go into edit mode by hitting Tab. So we want the icing on the top, which means there's being a tab. Up to is over something object by just double clicking it in the outliner and then just typing in the object. By hit that, you are in a placement state, essentially. Like it's duplicated and it's now saying, where do you want to place it? Now, in our case, and actually often, you don't actually want to change its placement. You want to duplicate it exactly where it was. So you can cancel the movement by hitting escape or right-clicking. Now, when you do that, it looks like it's canceled the duplication. But you can see in your outliner, we could get showed out by hitting Tab. So we want the icing on the top, which means this bottom half of our mesh here is redundant. Don't need it. So we want to delete it. So if we just dragged over the bottom here, you can see it looks like we've selected the bottom half of our donut. But if you were to move around, you would see, oh, we haven't actually. It's only selected, annoyingly, what is facing the camera. Where there's a mesh, it's not gone through the mesh. A lot of users find this annoying. I agree. Sometimes it seems like that would be the more default one that would make more sense. But anyway, don't want to argue. So if you want to select through a mesh, you can go up to here in your top navigation, toggle X-ray. If you turn that on, it's going to enable you to see through the mesh. And now, when I drag over it, you can see that I have selected all through the mesh as I move around it. By the way, you might find it like when you're in this state, it's kind of hard to select. Like it's easy to kind of accidentally select what is above it. And depending on what you've got at your end, that might have happened already. So another way to easily just look directly on the side-on of your donut is to just click one of these, like in your gizmo here, instead of just dragging around, just do a single click on either the green one or the red one, the X or the Y. And now we're in that state. You can see it's flattened it. So it's put you in orthographic mode, which actually you can toggle to at any time, just over there, which just makes it easier to just do a single all the way through the mesh, select. All right, okay. All right, so we want to delete that. So just hit the delete key. You get an extra option here of what do you want to delete, edges, faces. You want the vertices, that's everything. And now we have, if we go back to,
看完了，我忘记怎么样可以移动它了。啊！我这个。谢谢来老师，有了。
object mode, and then let's turn off toggle X-ray as well. And you can.
哦，有了，哎，有点样子了，各位。
See, it's working. We got half the donut on top of itself, but as you move around, you can see you get some flickering. Now, this flickering happens, and it's actually a very common, it's actually a good warning sign to you as an artist, because it means you've got faces on top of faces, and the 3D software doesn't know which face it wants to render, right? So it's like sometimes saying it's the front face, no, the back face, the front face, and there's no understanding. Sometimes you can actually spot it in TV shows and like VFX or like low budget stuff. You can see something flickering in the background, and I'm like, ooh, there it is, Z fighting. That's what it's called, Z fighting, or Z fighting if you're not American. So what we want to do is we want to give thickness to our icing. So we can do that with a solidify modifier. So adding another modifier, make sure you've got your icing selected, not your donut. And then here where you've got add modifier, we're going to go generate solidify. Okay. Now it's made it worse. It's actually added a thickness to our mesh there, but it's actually done it the wrong way. So it's with the normals. Yeah, what is it? It's trying to put the extra bit inside the donut. So we can change that by just changing the offset here in the solidifier settings. Just drag that all the way to 1. Some of you might have actually found that it was correct before, just depending on which way your normals were. If that's the case, keep it at -1, but everyone else keep it at 1. We just want to make sure it's actually outside. Okay. Let's just increase the thickness a little bit too. Let's go, yeah, 0.025. That looks pretty good.
觉得我的这样挺。就先这样。
And great, we've got what looks like a yarmulke on our donut. A perfectly straight edge little hat for our donut. So let's make this look more like icing so that the edge is wavy all the way around. So to do this, this is where we get into the fancy, finger magic. Because you're typing lots of keys. Anyway, go into edit mode and we can see straight away that we can't see the mesh, and that's because the solidify modifier is obstructing our view. So these little boxes here, as I mentioned before, like this is to hide it from viewport. But if you want to just hide it from your edit mode, which is the state that we are in right now, the box next to it is the one that you uncheck, which means in object mode, when you're tabbed in object mode, you can still see it, but edit mode, it's, it's temporarily hidden for you. So if I was to select one of these points here and move it down, you can see that it's working, but it would be, again, a lot of effort to go round and round and do these one by one. So we want to use that old familiar proportional fall off tool again. So proportional editing on, and now as I move it down, let's just lower the slider way down here, and then let's pull this down. Okay, now we'll find issues. If we move to the side here, we can see the first issue we've discovered is that this is separating from our mesh here. And that's not what icing does. When it dribbles down, it follows the shape of the donut all the way down. So what we want to do is snap, undo it a number of times, snap the vertices to our donut underneath it. Right, so for that we need to turn on snapping up here.
Snapping.
Okay, now there are a number of ways to snap in Blender. The default way is increment, which
为什么？身心科主治医师还在追衰。为什么？为什么我动不了？出了什么事？啊！重做，重做，把它删掉。Shift 加 D。 大刀一砍，这样。觉得是模型有点怪怪的。翻回来，怪怪的。Oh my god！ 它是浮空的，啊，再重做一个。这样，为什么它那个可以？只看这个物件啊，那为什么我没有办法？对了吧？哦，照他说，为什么我拖不动啊？啊！那些汉克有象限移动方法有。那汉克追随，感谢。为什么？哦天哪，我的线面好乱。好，我们乖乖把他那边教学看完好了。
It just means the like the grid floor there. Like if you were to just like move it around, you can see it's just snapping to the grid floor. Not helpful. But we want to snap it to the face. And now... Now with face snapping enabled, if we move this down...
还好多个。对嘛，这样才对嘛。被老金抓来，怎么都被老金抓来？谢谢，感谢追随，感谢。
We can see, let's just look here, that the bottom bit is snapping to the face, but as you might have seen, the top bits, the rest of essentially what is inside of our circle of influence with this proportional editing, that's not being affected. Only the little point that we had selected was affected. So that's not what we want either. Normally that would be enough, but in this particular case, we want to also snap individual elements to, and let's go face project. Now, when we pull this down, you should see that these are also no longer clipping through the donut. But still, we have issues. Why is that? Well, it is actually working correctly. We can see these are not going through the mesh. So why does it look like it is? The reason
有缝隙，是我的意思。就这里没。
for that is that there's actually just not enough information here. So if we go side on, you can see,
来，老师，谢谢。
right? Like we've got this point here, and then we've got another point down here, and then we've got this long stretch in between, right? So that means that this part of the donut, oh gosh, that goes that goes around like that is just not, there's nothing to snap it to, essentially. So what we need to do to fix this is just add more geometry. So these little vertices here, we need more of those vertices. So we can do that by actually using the subdivision surface modifier. Because although it is a modifier, you can apply the modifier. And the modifier currently is adding geometry, so let's just apply it. So to apply it, we just click this little drop down here next to the modifier and then go apply. Now, if we, I mean, nothing should have changed from this view because the same information is being displayed. But in edit mode, you should now see exponentially more faces, because here, where there was, one face before, you can see there's now a lot more, right? 4x, okay, 4x, okay. So, now if we pull down, we should see it is snapping. And if we go into this mode, you can see that it's...
为什么？觉得好像那里怪怪的。好，不管了，继续做下去吧，就这样了。哎，强，不该放弃，强，加油！ 躺赢狗，我觉得还怪怪的。是，我有浮空。告诉我你妈是不是躺赢狗？我妈不是啊，我妈有在工作啊。但她今天出去爬山，杨妈今天出去爬山。Dosify 啊。哦。 我的甜甜圈。乱七八糟的，就是这边怪怪的啊，这里空空的，为什么啊？你的点最好不要直接移动，为什么你跑掉？你要用象限方式移动。确实，但是它都。
Now, same information is being displayed, but in edit mode, you should now and go apply. Let's just apply it. So to apply it, we just click this little drop down here next to the modifier and then go apply. Now, if we, nothing should have changed.
哦，看到了。
From this view because the same information is being displayed.
想好一点点，好像没有好一点点。
But in edit mode, you should now see exponentially more faces. Because here, where there was one face before, you can see there's now.
可是它的画面现在长这样，我给大家看。要吐。你们看，它长这样哎，可是我长这样哎，为什么？哦，3D 好难。我要一直折磨自己，3D 好难。为什么How to do this？ 我的设定也没有跟他不一样啊。0.025，我难道我要设定这个吗？0.025，不对啊，我只要设定的0.025也一样啊。给我看。哎呀，我去睡觉了，睡觉多舒服呀！我为什么要折磨自己？对啊， 他怎么跑出来这个的？我完全不知道哎。啊 ，why？ Tell me why, baby. Tell me why. Look in my eyes. 谢谢，我发疯了。我们步步错，一步错，步步错。
A lot more, right?
我来继续看那
4x.
个。
Okay, 4x. Okay. So now if we pull down, we should see it is snapping. And if we go into this mode, you can see that it's now conforming to the mesh in a much more snug way.
它可以长这样哎。啊，我的嘞，看一下完整的什么？等下我是说这个吗？没关系啊，我们就这样吧。bug 的甜甜圈。影片哦，感谢设定的追随。等一下，这样好，我丢在这里。然后时间线是10分钟17秒呢，就是他为了初见好3D 好玩，我现在3D 快哭了。他现在的这个东西，他的意思是说，他要把这边出现的一个 bug 拿掉。
Nothing should have changed from this view because the same information is being displayed. But
然后，对，反正总而言之就是他要把 bug 拿掉。那原本的 bug 会是什么呢？是会这样，就是我刚刚那样。
So, what we need to do to fix this is just add more geometry. So these little vertices here, we need more of those vertices. So we can do that by actually using the subdivision surface modifier. Because although it is a modifier, you can apply the modifier. And the modifier currently is adding geometry, so let's just apply it.
我看一下我的。啊，我根本就用错视窗。等一下，确认一下。音架。
So to apply it, we just click this little drop down here next to the modifier, and then go apply. Now, if we, I mean, nothing should have changed from this view because the same information is being displayed. But in edit mode, you should.
可是为什么它这么平整，然后我的这么奇怪？
Should now see exponentially more faces because here, where there was one face before, you can see there's now.
哎，不对，我想起来了，还有做一件事情，叫做全部重做。OK， 没关系，我们再一次删掉你。哦。 我们就多练习吧，我们就当多练习。多练习，多练习。多练习。还是我砍太多了？啊！怎么还有？好，我喝水。等一下，怎么突然有3D？我一直都想学3D。怎么还有？怎么还有？好了，疏忽大队长。怎么还有？怎么还有？真的是怎么还有？可能要看这个画面看很久。看，很歪耶。好一点，好饿哦，要吃饭啊！要做甜甜圈吗？对啊，这个我要被他搞疯了。哦，他是这样。
Now, a lot more, right? 4.
这样。你的物体在移动时用象限移动。哦，我知道。玛雅，我做玛雅的时候反而比较中规中矩。真的，我摸不懂有点难，真假的？可是玛雅不是更难吗
？4x. Okay, 4x. Okay. So now if we pull down, we should see it is snapping And if we go into this mode, you can
哦，它已经开始移动了，我也要开始移动了。不行啊，会破面啊！哦，C4D， 我知道。我之前是学玛雅的。我想换个软体看看。
can see that it's now conforming to the mesh in a much more snug way because there's information there for it to use. Now this shading artifact here that we can see, don't worry about that, we'll fix that in just a moment. But I need to show, because I've shown you like 4 things that we need to enable for this to work. I got to show you one more because if I pull down and if I scroll up, you'll see something. Okay, if I was to click, we get this horrible problem here, and I've done this tutorial enough, and enough people have hit this issue that I need to call it out specifically because it seems to be a big point that a lot of people just don't know where to go from. What's happened is if we use a what's it called, the circle of influence for our proportional editing, if that is so high, it's actually high enough to reach the mesh on the other side of the donut. And then because we've got snapping, it's now projecting that, snapping it to the front, which is creating this like something that's a nightmare to fix. I mean, in fact, it's easy just to start from scratch than to try to fix that. So if we want, sorry, there's a lot of noise. To fix this, we need to hide the part of the mesh that we don't want to be influenced by our proportional tool, right? So to do that, there is an easy way to do it. We can actually do it very precisely. So if with this middle bit of our donut here, if I just hold down Alt and then do a left click, as I mentioned before, that selects the ring, okay? And we could, we could do that all the way up, but actually there's a little, I don't know if it's an Easter egg. It's kind of a cool tool that not many people know about. Control plus. That will enable the select more tool. And if you use Control plus, Control minus goes the other way, you can see that it's expanding out. So Control plus will just like select the next vertice along a chain, roughly speaking. And you can see we can very quickly select all the parts of the mesh that we don't need. Right? Very cool. By the way, if Control Plus doesn't work for you because you're on a laptop or something else, select more, less. You can also do it here. Anyways, to hide this part of the mesh, it's H. H for hide.
I knew I was underwater. I just didn't realize I was this underwater.
So when you're in this state, it looks as though it's been deleted. It's very... Sometimes you don't know where part of your mesh, and then you forgot that you've got hide turned on. If parts of your mesh are hidden and you want to bring it back, it's Alt-H. So H to hide and then Alt-H to bring it back. Or if you can't remember it for whatever reason, you can also find it. Okay, it's underneath mesh. There we go. Mesh. Reveal hidden or hide selected. Okay, so that's the other way. But you can get my keyboard shortcut. That's in the link. It's free. Just use that and then you won't forget a lot of these handy shortcuts. All right, so now finally, after all that, after 4 different ways and problems to explain, we can now take part of this mesh and drag it down, and it will work correctly. Haha. So now we get to now finally be an artist and go like, what sort of, edge or what sort of icing do I want to make?
不管了，我就做吧，做下去就对了。是，好，我喝水，等一下。破灭啊！对，捏甜甜圈。安安，该吃饭了，好。安安，中午好呀。我们就先长这样，好吧？我们先不要管它有没有那么的流体，我们就先长这样。
Make this look like. So what I'm doing here, by the way, is I'm hitting G to pull it down, and then I'm just middle click, single middle click, and then because my cursor is closest to the Z axis, it's now snapping it to the Z axis. So that's why I mentioned before that it's really handy. You don't have to think of the letter and type it in. You just go in the general direction you want to go, and then just tap the middle click of the which is your scroll wheel, right? Middle click. It's such a weird button that you have to call it out. It's going to be middle. Really too much attention to it. But I'm just making a direction, right? And then maybe pull and some small shapes, big meaning design. Actually, a lot of finickiness going on with this donut here, and we're definitely in the steep part of that curve at the moment. Do make use of my Discord if you are stuck. I created it literally so that people can help screenshots of our shading issue here. This darkened edge. Two birds, one solution kind of problem.
我想看一下。对啊，这样才是。可以填一个平面进去，底下顺着它的曲边侧线就硬干一个平面出来。这不是玛雅了，这是 Blender。如果是玛雅的话，我可能就这么做了。
This 90-degree edge here for this icing, not ideal. Everybody knows that a real icing would create like a rounded edge there, right? So we can fix that just by adding another subsurf modifier. Because you might remember I mentioned, like, yes, if you've got 3 vertices, it'll create like another vertice here and another vertice here, but it'll
抽进收藏库之后没有动过它，很多人都这样。
Also like round it out. It'll pull this one back, so you end up with a rounded corner. So right here in your modifier stack, we're going to go add modifier, generate subdivision surface. Now, the order of these does matter, okay? You want your solidifier at the top and the subdivision after it. So Blender works top to bottom, and it's important it's in this way because you want the extrusion to happen first, and then in order to round that edge, it has to happen as a secondary step. So solidify on top, subdivision underneath. Now, whilst we're here and we're looking at the close-up, nice little profile of this edge of this icing. Another issue to call out, you can see it's got this this shape that goes around. Yes, so far so good. But then it goes up. And it's like, it'll be better if it went around and then tucked in and touched the edge of it, because that would look more like real liquid wood. So we can solve that by just changing one of the settings in the solidify modifier. It's not one of those things that you would figure out or know where it is. It's just over time you learn where some of these settings are. But essentially here, the edge data. So we want to change the edge data to say that before you do the solidify step, add a crease on the inner part right here. If we increase this all the way to 1, it now creates a sharpened edge just on that inner part there. So the rest of it is a smoothed edge, but the middle one, there's a crease, so it's making a sharp edge there. And it just gives it just a little bit more realism. Just looks a little bit closer to what you would imagine real icing would do.
Yeah. 我们就先强行做，出问题再说。喝水还要什么？哎，我把它喝掉。没水了，我等下装。
Okay, now for the cool bit. All right. So if you look at reference of donuts, right? Yes, you've got these little wavy bits, but where the icing is really liquidy, it'll often break off from this wave here, and it'll create a trail that goes down underneath the donut, right? It just sort of drips all the way down. Oops, bumped the microphone. So we can do that, but not the way we were doing it before. Right? So as we root, trail flag, breakaway shape, right? Continuing what we want, pull it 2, 3, version in. And that's pretty good.
它的甜甜圈好棒哦！我的甜甜圈是什么
So that concludes finally this.
不可以啊！不是要交作业吗？没有。从天行讲出问题就知道问题在哪，是好事没错。哎，确实啊，没有要交作业。
So if you hit subscribe as well.
好，今天到这边了。觉得我的3D 学习进度。这样会破啊，破爆！等下交作业给他，我没有要交作业给他。他还弄了一个很炫炮的东西耶。其实也没有破哎，但我的糖霜飞起来了。我回去看一下，啊，破了。又破了。你如果平面加厚之后再拉呢？只是我不会，啊，不会。那我在右边。跟他开一样的东西啊，是这样。没关系啊，先这样好了。你不要做的那么完美。有啊有啊，我有跟他用一样的东西。我不要那么完美，好吧？我们就是追求一个看起来有有糖霜好棒哦，这样就好了，好不好？我觉得我们等一下来打 Overwatch 好了。啊哈！废物！我是个废物！耶！没有啦，如果下播之后我会再来看看的。我今天周表是晚上还要打欧啊。赶快！快按按！对啊，我的线数跟他不一样，我不知道为什么啊。我水没了，还有一小口，我把它喝掉。我不知道为什么啊 ，I don't know why。 有没有吃饭？还没吃。他在学习台，快不行了。我觉得我的 CPU 要烧坏呢。你们看不到，但我现在在挥舞我的小手手。这样挥。面太少吗？不是老金，它一直破面呢，我真的快哭了，我快哭了，我不知道，有画面，是，我不知道，实体摇头都还有举，没错，我现在在挥舞我的小手手，赶快下的贴图很符合我啊，那就是讲这样，但是是实话的哦。我在这个我不知道该怎么办呢，我们玩去吧，这样就知道该怎么办了，对吧？各位，我好聪明哦，脑中见我你本人，很爱抢啊！哪里破面？我跟你讲，老金，现在是这样啊。为什么我甜甜圈只长这样？我甜甜圈呢，没有长得像教学一样呢。因为我也不知道为什么。来，我给你们看，它弄得好漂亮哦。好，我切到那个了。你们看，这是他的甜甜圈，这是他的，这是我的，切边集看一下，然后它的面，它的那个线面数超多，我不知道为什么，但是我已经按照我的设定去弄一模一样了，所以刚亏我就是这样。哦，我也觉得是经验问题。我要加面，可是我不知道怎么加，我不知道怎么加，我不知道怎么加。右边面多加水，水多加面。这边下面有个面。materials 吗？突然想吃面了，可是这个教学教的不一样我现在来点个我的午餐。到底是出了什么问题呢？我也想知道啊。你们觉得我要吃？ 我们来吃一个香葱椒麻拌面套餐，然后再加一个泰式椒麻鸡3点。我决定了。OK。找一下有没有 face？ 没有 face， 我们可以 face to face， 但是没有 face。Nope。椒麻鸡好吃。我没有使用修改器。还好我们正要吃饭，不然可第饿死。听起来好香哦。我什么都没有动，我真的就是按照教学一步的做，但我不知道为什么我怎么做都跟他不一样。我现在心很累，我现在觉得我们来打 Overwatch 怎么样？或是漫威？鲁娜，你还没吃午餐吗？鲁娜，我已经存档我的甜甜圈了。我下播，我一定也会。好，去挂台 ，OK， 谢谢，大亏。干还打 Game 2了？没有哦，我还没开打哦，我只是现在有点生无可恋哦。一开始新增面的时候就需要设定面的多寡。妈呀，我可以懂，但是 Blender 我真的不懂，因为我上过玛雅的课，但是 Blender。好啦，没有啦，做完就做完啦。做完就完啊！做模型做到低血压，要去 Overwatch 排名提升一下血压。真的哎，我要先把它关掉了。小金，对不起了，我是一个受到挫折内心就觉得疼痛的人。我现在内心很疼痛，我现在需要就是打游戏来缓解一下这个疼痛。好，打漫威。就这么一句话，好久没打漫威。反正我今天晚上本来就预计要打 Overwatch 了，所以没有差。然后明天有 REPO 的联动，所以也没有差。我们就来打漫威吧，哎，怎么还有深蹲击欠啊？关起来，我来看看。没有，我已经蹲完了。早打早享受，晚上还能玩，没有错。我们的漫威争锋打开来 ，again， 什么太难过，赚烂了。我看到了25下现蹲，没有，我想翘班回家，不可以翘班，要乖乖上班。你看，至少我今天还是有花了1个半小时，快2个小时在学3D 啊，对不对？要跟我一起一样加油！我们大家都要加油，再加油，再加油！我决定到时候，你想看我也玩冰月认真吗？可是我比较喜欢海拉欸。 快想要贴一下冬兵我大哥。冬兵确实不错，他在电影里面也不错。白皇后战我还没玩过白皇后，听说新更新出来的。体会一下什么叫做分身乏术，这只有我痛苦哦，痛苦。帮你奶奶呢？奶呢？奶等一下要吃饭，哈哈哈哈哈。怎么那么慢啊？太久没开了，看一下手游好了。没有，是哦，要很多事情要做哦，各位，绝对不是我不专心开台啊。哦。我痛苦。每个人都想成为我的宿敌。冰着色器好慢哦。怎么那么慢？哦，有了！奶妈表示伤害打比我低，我奶你干嘛？好诶，战斗奶妈，让你看看什么是嗜血奶妈。但是我默默掏出螳螂与亚当，那你知道什么叫做万伤奶妈？我很久没玩了，大家不要编哦，我先说。哦，看好漂亮哦！这是什么？怎么会有橘色的？哇，螳螂女这新造型也太漂亮了吧！ 我知道毒液有这种作品。哦，我想要完成9场对战即可获得9场就有了。好，打！
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
You don't have to be a witch to find the magic in this world, but it does help.
看来本台从工作台变挑战台了，没错。哎，我忘记换那个了。小你害我今天一到学校就被说，哎，放火你来啦，放火，哈哈哈哈，很像哦。
I've made my share of mistakes, but I am fighting every day.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
A symbiote? Ugh, I hate these flarkin' things.
We assure you, the feeling is mutual, Rodent. Let's work together.
工作累了玩一玩，怎么真的？对啊，
I just washed my fur.
没打到吃不完，
This battle
不
starts
吃
in
晚饭。
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This looks like a gig for the Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'm hurt.
Be right back.
Fear Bethesda.
Count on me. You're welcome.
但我很久没玩了。
Goodbye.
I like the cold.
You better get a look behind you.
I won't make the same mistakes again.
You're
Goodbye.
halfway there. Keep going.
你好，大家
Don't worry, Herbie. I look out.
看我的外甥快来了。
You're ready for action.
I suck. Almost there. You'll turn back now.
Sorry, Johnny. Just what I had.
Feeling stronger already.
Don't bite me. I'm just dying. Hey, idiot.
Goodbye. For now. Chaos always prevails. My
真是
fate
顺
isn't
便
sealed
打
yet.
我一下哎。我靠，这是傻小啊！这是什么？
My fate isn't sealed now. A disappearing act.
Hey, team. Enjoy the amplifier.
The vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
Be right back.
Avengers Tower awaits.
You get a weapon! You get a weapon! You get a weapon!
Simply magical. Ah, that's better. That one hurt. A disappearing act.
断大。
I am ready. My work here is not goodbye for now.
Almost there. Don't turn back now.
Supernova! Pulse charge, fire! Pulse cannons and ordnance.
Vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum. It hurts.
Feeling stronger already.
Center stage.
Avengers Tower, here we come.
好久没打了。
Those guys are about to shoot at us.
Us against the world.
That's it. Don't let anything stand in your way.
You owe me one.
他队友好
Born
强
from the。chaos. Be right back.
Get in line. Here comes John. Let's pump some more.
哦哟，我好烂。你们等一下哦。
Take some more.
Reborn from the chaos.
No hitting pause. We have to get to Avengers Tower.
Pure chaos!
唉，
Now, a disappearing act.
So close. This is your big chance.
我觉得我要慢慢熟悉一下，我太久没打漫威了。
Don't step on me! Someone scratch my back!
Be right back.
Another epic victory. Big win.
我 BGM 没关，我发现了，我发现了，我发现了，我发现了。先去拿午餐。 我回来了。 我们继续。开始。我才刚吃饱就要喝水，好喝。
Pick your hero or villain. I'm not judging.
快乐。
No one escapes hell.
哎呀，我是干嘛啦？感谢 B91040942的追随，感谢。
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
I rule all.
You're not the partner I was expecting on this mission, Emma, but you'll do nicely.
The White Queen and the Black Widow. Quite the lethal pair.
Ready to show the boys how it's done?
Always. But I'm sure they'll take credit for our hard work anyway.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
I'm Hellfire Club royalty. This is beneath me. I spy some bad guys. There's a shooter on the scene.
Relay deployed. It ain't cheap.
What strange beasts from the dog's
I'll pack you up.
I am barely
Gotta
harmed.
look behind you.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now. Capture the mission area!
That sniper's gonna be sorry if I ever get close. I'll patch you up.
It's okay. Admit it. You need me.
I shall claim my victory, eventually.
Ah, here they are now.
For once, I'm vulnerable.
I want your soul. This body is fragile.
Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
I feel people. I want your soul.
Plasma?
A brief case of
These
hell.
beasts of yours disgust me, Namor.
I have disposed of the sniper.
Is that the best the ocean's had to offer?
I want your soul.
I'm opening a portal.
You're welcome.
Find that soul.
They've almost got it!
More bad guys. It's just what we need.
The sniper, for now. Namor squids are down.
I'll patch you up.
Control seized!
The people, Namor. And you paid the price. Shall I throw a gala in our honor?
That sniper's gonna be sorry if I ever get close.
Find that soul.
You're welcome.
subjects are
Perhaps I should be grateful.
Us against the world!
Easy! Enjoy the amplifier!
I am ready to put on a show!
Shall I be struck by a sniper? No, but you might be.
You captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
A brief taste of hell.
感谢 Hannah 的追随，感谢。
That one hurts. Double KO!
I may return from my own realm.
Relay deployed!
Hold the perimeter.
The area's almost yours!
I want your soul.
Control lost! Mind the explosion!
Scratch my back!
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner. Control seized!
Here's this life. Feels like living.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
You're welcome!
Healing. Why would I need healing? Thanks.
有啦！谢谢插配的关追随，感谢。
Can you pass the trial of your
为什么
soul?
今天这么多追随？到底？早安，早安，早安！被老金抓来了，对不对？
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Decided to join the rest of humanity against the enemy that
傻眼了都，有没有必要这样子呢？
don't belong with the rest of humanity again.
感谢啦，感谢，感谢，感动，感动，感恩的心，感恩的心。
4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Among Asgardians, Loki has cleverness and Thor courage, but only I've the vision to seize the future. Healing. Why would I need healing? Here's this life.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
Find that soul.
Someone scratch my back!
Here's this life.
Exactly as I expected.
Mission area is yours.
We have done well.
Find that soul.
哎呀，现在你要开台了，喜欢开加油，好。我等一下就把团揪过去你那边。我好想睡觉，好废物。
For mutant kind!
这我要打完8场，因为我要拿绯红女巫的造型。
You offer protection. I accept. I want your soul.
You belong to me. Control seized.
料脂肪才多，烤起来才香。
I shall claim my victory eventually.
好容易就累了，我最近精神不是很好。
You've captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
Find that soul.
有点不行啊。
Double KO! Control lost!
Nothing once I possess it.
Mind the exploding plasma!
Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
Hell unleashed! I bring hell down on their heads. Find that soul.
没有奶，没有奶。
They've almost got it!
Return from my own realm.
I am ready to put on a show!
Hey, Katie! Enjoy the amplifier!
You'll have to keep fighting!
By the eye of Agamotto!
I accept.
Long兔，晚安，午安。
My domain will one day encompass all souls.
"30 seconds before you attack. Get ready!"
Let us show these so-called heroes what mutant kind is truly capable of.
We've done this dance so many times. It's exhausting.
I suppose you'd rather just buy a victory, Emma?
Wait.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1! All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
These dooms still hide themselves behind metal masks? The fools.
Bogies, here they come.
I want your soul! Healing. Why would I need healing?
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now. They captured the mission area!
Here's this life.
Mind the exploding plasma!
I need a bless.
Here's this life.
Oh, gotcha, Abby!
I shall claim
Control
my
seized.
victory eventually.
Hold the perimeter.
气贯长虹，
Tanny needs help.
I spotted some bad guys.
Here's this life.
靠腰补包在旁边。
I I shall claim
The
my
Iron Fist
victory
awaits your command.
eventually.
Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
Here's the slice.
Nó biến烂呢。
Immortality has its
They've
privileges.
almost got it!
要输了。
Here's the slice.
Airstrike.
耶！圣诞海报的追随，感谢。哦，我发现我打漫威卡都不行。
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
要打9场，9场。可是我现在有点累，怎么办呢，各位？我们再打一场。
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
You don't have to be a witch to find the magic in this world, but it does help. I've made my share of mistakes, but I am fighting every day to make amends.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Light Force is in preparation. When I see someone with powers like yours, I think, wow. I mean, how can I compare?
Don't compare. You just spread your light.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
This looks like a gig for the Guardians of the Galaxy. Those guys are about
Feeling stronger already.
So cool.
I'll patch you up.
Watch where you step.
哎，哎，
My work here is not done. Now, a disappearing act.
Dark Force always gets
Don't blink.
team player. That's me.
3, 2, 1.
2, 1.
1.
3, 2, 1. 1. 3, 2, 1. 1. 3, 2, 1. 1. 3, 2, 1. 1. 3, 2, 1. 1. 3, 2, 1. 1. 3, 2, 1. 1. 3, 2, 1. 1. 3, 2, 1. 1. 3, 2, 1. 1. 3, 2, 1. 1. 3, 2, 1. 1. 3, 2, 1. 1. 3, 2, 1. 1. 3, 2, 1. 1. 3, 2, 1. 1. 3, 2, 1. 1. 3, 2, 1. 1. 3, 2, 1. 1. 3, 2, 1. 1. 3, 2, 1. 1. 3, 2, 1. 1. 3, 2, 1. 1. 3, 2, 1. 1. 3, 2, 1. 1. 3, 2, 1. 1. 3, 2, 1. 1. 3, 2, 1
新图哎，我没玩过。
What kind of person makes a mess of explosive
stronger already. Look behind you.
Help get that vehicle to its destination. Double KO. Sometimes. That's 3.
I'll patch you up. These for the day.
The mutant threat shows her true colors.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
Be right there.
Come on, time.
This should help me heal.
Hey, Teeny! Enjoy the
Someone
amplifier!
The shield should do that.
About to fight Dracula, huh? That's a new one.
Goodbye.
Double KO. I'm trying to help. Almost there. Don't turn back now.
有了吧，有了吧。
So close.
You're welcome.
Double KO.
The end has come, but just for you.
It ain't cheap.
The vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
I have shut down Rocket's beacon.
Leave this one to the roads, okay?
Embrace the chaos. Can someone exterminate these robotic pests?
Born again! Oh, did you see that? Oh, that's rise, my friends!
I won't make the same mistakes again. Be right back.
Shame it had to end this way, Steve.
A fascinating device, Rob, but must grace us with victory!
That did the trick.
That's it. Don't let anything stand in your way. Double KO.
Incoming!
A disappearing.
So close. This is your big chance.
Jerry! I'll patch you. Hey, Teeny! This is real firepower!
We will avenge.
Don't mind me. I'm just dying.
Ah, that's good.
Spider truck.
A disappearing.
Get that vehicle moving again.
要逃掉的，贪了贪了。
That's what I needed.
Double KO.
My work. Do not hesitate, my furry friend. Destiny awaits. Hup.
You know what to do, spiders.
You're not going anywhere.
Together to victory!
Really helped.
Time for some fire.
Stand down!
Double KO.
Armed and dangerous!
Us against the world. That's 3.
You're not going anywhere. disappearing.
Pulse charge! Fire!
Rocket's amplifier is no more.
Careful.
That did the trick.
有了，到点了，到点了，到点了，到点了，赢了！
Epic victory! Big win!
啊！哈！我打这么好哎！好了，他好像更好一点啊，31杀，他比较强。我来看我的 highlight。 是这里哦。
Feeling stronger already. Be right there. Your tail ends here.
"还行，还行。 谢谢 Dear Pigs 的追随，感谢。哦，漂亮漂亮。我还有6场。想睡觉。我想去睡觉了，怎么办？太早起来了。 早安，早安。再继续打一下好了。
Pick your hero. Or villain. I'm not judging.
You don't have to be a witch to find the magic in this world. But it does help.
"不会吧？我们要没有坦的吗？ 有观众场，但今天先没有。晚上是 Overwatch 有观众场。现在漫威，我怕会雷到你们，因为我现在很想睡觉。我现在是一个想睡觉的人。
I am not human at all.
跳也是可以的，没问题的。现在还不好，怎么了？我现在就想躺平。我怕我会很雷耶。你们有想打吗
3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
打一般而已，我们可以开心玩。好啊，那等我打完这场。
Now, disappearing.
Oh, I'm fine. Don't mind me.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now. Double KO!
My fate
Oh,
isn't sealed yet.
They captured the mission area!
Goodbye for now. Goodbye for now. Our foes have found us. Chaos control. Goodbye. Attack from behind. Shameful. Be right there.
好扯哦！现在攻过来了，啊，没有奶吗？
My fate isn't sealed yet.
Control seized!
Chaos control.
Standing by.
The moon haunts you!
Your god is suffering. I still need you.
Be right there.
Oh!
I won't make the same mistakes again.
那如果要玩的话，帮我换那个佳佳，
On the chaos.
就是我也要，我记得我是设定我也要吧。对，但他写 Overwatch 玩这种场。
You've captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going.
Goodbye. The end has come. But just for you. Chaos control. Your fate is sealed.
Double KO! Here is almost yours!
Render me assistance.
Sorry to ruin your fun, can't you?
I'm doing this my way!
Hello?
Chaos surrounds us.
Step aside.
But I will gladly show it who is in control.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
On the world where I come from, demons run rampant.
And in my dimension, they are at war with the gods themselves.
Sometimes I feel as though I'm single-handedly keeping the chaos at bay.
As do I. But perhaps it is finally time we
The
start.
battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
I like the future. It has kick-ass ordnance.
Our foes draw near.
Need some ranged firepower.
Your god is suffering.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
Not going anywhere.
Bring us down! Capture the mission area!
Cool.
from the chaos.
Magic.
地震！
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
Watch me control.
哎呦，地震！
Double KO. Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
Goodbye. For now.
They've almost got it.
Isn't sealed yet.
Target's down. They're on your tail. I'm doing this my way.
You're not going against the world.
This should help me heal.
Get in
What?
there.
没有。
There is no reason to be afraid of my magic, unless you give me one.
Yes. 30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
You must teach me
晚
some
上
of your
8
chaos
点
magic,
半，
No.
晚上8点半玩超越手表。
I think you know quite enough about chaos as it is.
现
The battle starts
在
in 5, 4,
他现在的挂台
2, 1.
一定到，好，没问题。
Got it?
Time has unraveled. Who will stitch it together again? Me.
Ah, look who's here. Maximum.
The mission area is yours to capture now. We captured the mission area.
哎呦，我的惊喜都会有这礼拜的周表，可以加入我的惊喜，这样就可以看到周表了。
Be right back.
今天是8点半吧，还是8点？忘记了，哈哈哈哈。
Double KO.
A mystical totem.
The moon haunts you.
Now your ankh is as broken as your mind. We earned this.
感谢蟹宝追随，蟹宝。
Double KO.
A disappearing act.
time spectating soul begins.
You captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going. Control lost. Disappear.
哎呦，那个绯红女巫太强了。
Now, a disappearing. A little help, please.
Double KO. Their team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
The enemy has arrived. Chaos always prevails.
Us against the world.
大混战哦！
Needed that, thanks.
Please, please, we're hurt.
They've almost got it.
Goodbye. For now.
Feeling stronger already.
Just the way I like it.
输了，输了！外国人在爆气了。
Can't expect to win them all.
输了。Why are you guys not in the porting? I don't know. 我来看我的 highlight。哦，这里。
Show's over.
The moon wants you.
躲掉了。就这样子，哎，我有得到一个赞，是哦。这个还能换吗？还是？哦，哦，有了有了。哎，等一下，那去我的 DC 好不好？好，我已经在 DC 等你们了。我在 DC 等你们了。Hello，
可能稍微等一下另外一个。
好，没问题。你们的等级都好高，我好害怕。
都很菜，都很菜。
都好可怕哦！
那开心玩就好，开心玩。
开心玩，开心玩。好，那 OK 了吗
？OK，
好。你们都有打竞技，太可怕了。
哦。
The right heroes could make all the difference.
You don't have to be a witch to find the magic in this world, but it does help. I've made my share of mistakes, but I am fighting every day to make amends.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
I try to do the right thing, but somehow people always take it the wrong way.
I know exactly how you
刚是
feel.
上场失败吗？
It's not my fault an Egyptian god whispers in my brain and tells me who deserves his
我可以
righteous
叫你小猪
vengeance.
吗？叫你 pig 感觉有点不好听。
So
The
maybe
battle
not.
starts in
可以啊。
好，
4, 3, 2, 1.
在哪里？在哪里？
Of all the possible realities,
能找到？那我看到
it's。not the one I expected to find
We
myself.
need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
Feeling stronger already. I need help. Be right back.
Summoned now, Neymar.
上！我还在喷，我还在喷。哎，主播。
Chaos control.
Look, it's Namor's disgusting pets. Yay.
Feeling stronger already. You're not going anywhere.
有。
Namor's creatures are no
哇！明明你让你开大，我配合你。
There's an enemy to pursue.
another unsuspecting foe.
He stopped them in their tracks.
钢铁人给我下来啊！
哦，你可以这样去抓他。
我大龙，看被扁下来了，
好像也有人被组合餐呢。
我被扁下来了。
My work here is not done. Now, a disappearing act. Feeling stronger already.
One couldn't win without the other.
Chaos control.
有到啊！有了，来了。
Maximum pulse!
还欠揍！
哇靠！在上面呐！
Double KO.
I want to make the same.
They made it halfway. Stop them. There's still a chance to stop them. Better stop that vehicle.
Feeling stronger already.
哇，来不住！
有我看到，没事。
不要站车后，我有点来不到。
I won't make the same mistakes again. Be right back.
Only 60 seconds left.
Now,
He
a
stopped them in their tracks. Pure!
哎呦，有
舒服。
炸一个大的。
Moonlight's mysticism was no match for mine. Now, a disappearing.
Down to 30 seconds.
Just a little longer. Very much.
Ah!
A little help, please.
Final 10 seconds.
Reborn from the chaos.
Captain Steve.
干你啊！这钢铁人真的是。
这脸超烦，不可以，不可以，不要马上来！不要到点，不要到点，不要到点！
哦不！
哦。
Now might be a good time to stop them.
You're not going anywhere. Our foes have found us.
The moon haunts you!
Sorry to ruin your fun, Hunter.
I unleash the Vishanti's power!
Co-op time.
This is real firepower!
Mystical artifact of some sort.
Now, a disappearing.
Just a place for light. He stopped them in their tracks.
The moon haunts you!
I'm trying to help.
Beautiful.
哇靠！咦啊！我是第
My
三。
fate isn't sealed yet.
Co-op time.
I thought I was holding reality together all on my own. Glad I was wrong.
好吧，大招只能靠着。
Goodbye for now.
哇，来不及。
Moon Knight's mysticism was no match for mine. Ah, that's better. You're not going anywhere.
Better stop that vehicle. Only 60 seconds left. They made it halfway. Stop them.
The moon haunts you!
靠腰又来。
My fate isn't sealed yet.
Down to 30 seconds.
This is real firepower!
Goodbye for now.
Co-op time.
Maximum pulse!
That's better.
Sorry to ruin the final 10 seconds.
明明我家跟你配合好了，我需要你大招。好看。哦，他那个炮太靠背。
There's still a chance to stop them. You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner. Better stop that vehicle.
不可以，不可以，他们要到点了，没救。
哇，重生。
They hit a checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them.
The moon haunts you!
海皇后到底是什么东西？
Leave them to Khonshu!
Better stop that vehicle.
My fate isn't sealed yet. Goodbye
Wait, I didn't put that on there, did I?
It's now or never. Stop them. That's business. Clear the way. Under my sight. Beasts of yours disgusting.
为什么？为什么？可以叫我小羊就好了。啊！为什么？为什么？差了一点点。那边有3条人命啊！
哇，可惜。
哦，痛苦。
每个人都想成为我的宿敌。
对，每个人都想成为我的宿敌。
好啊好啊，等你。主要是那个钢铁人啊，其他的人都还好。
他的钢铁人超烦的。
Disappear! You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Disappear. 哦，钢铁人 ，Iron Man。
Double KO.
Reborn from the chaos. Right there. Won't be but one can still enjoy revenge. An enchanted object. Interesting. The arc has been removed from play.
Friend, you're not going around.
Feeling stronger already.
The moon! Maximum assault!
哦，西奈。
哦，拿下来了，赢了呀！哦，MVP 啊！
The right heroes could make all the difference.
You don't have to be a witch to find the magic in this world, but it does help. There is no reason to be afraid of my magic, unless you give me one.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
The time has come to call on ancient forces to aid us in this battle.
Oh, I always wanted to learn magic. Tippy Toe loves a good card trick.
The spells I have mastered are not for novices. They are fueled
啊，他这
by
有分期哦。
chaos.
You want your chaos? The battle starts in 5,
大家去装。
4, 3, 2, 1.
Tagged him with the spider
Time to
tracer.
bring some light back to our city.
You're not going anywhere.
哎，你被看了一线。 后面有没有剑客？
Stronger already.
我在哪里？小
我
妖。
上，给我到。
等一下，前面的坦克。完了。
倒了。我倒了，靠我腰。
I won't make the same mistakes again.
没了。为什么啊？我不知道。
This spot gives me a strange feeling.
So cold.
You belong to me! Feeling stronger already.
Welcome to the dark.
We need support here.
This is real firepower!
You called us into the Look who's here. Chaos! I am much better now.
The next version of me, I see that.
Oh, 救你们！
Reborn from the chaos. Now, a disappearing act.
Declawed.
Yep.
You belong to me! You get a web, and you get a web, and you get a web! Spider domain is not for the weak.
You stop them in their tracks.
I can restore health, remember?
Chaos control.
You sure those are bad guys?
They got behind me.
Feeling stronger already.
Behold that child! Tremble before fast! This is real
完了！
power!
哎呀！
有。
哇！这是绯红女巫真经吗？
Andy needs help.
Just what I need.
Only 60 seconds left.
可以。
Under my spell. Feeling stronger already. Goodbye.
Sure those are bad guys.
You're the best. I can restore health, remember?
Don't mess with the amazing
还在
Spider-Man!
哪？哇，拿不住
我
了！
拿不住，没关系。
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
My work here is not done. We need to hold on.
They've made it halfway. Stop them.
Goodbye. For now.
The final 10 seconds.
No more. Fall back and regroup.
We'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner. There's still a chance to stop them.
Feeling stronger already.
This is real firepower!
哦，
有啦！
这么强！哇，我伤害真高，高达60。
最后一局，
没问题的。
没办法，我今天早上太累了，我已经开了要开4个小时了，晚上还要开。
哇，当正职在开。
对，当正职在开。
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
完了，有人抢角色。
而且我抢赢了。啊，你说别人抢了那个白皇后？
你呀？
他叫我是打得比你好。
Escape pod ready. Opening escape capsule.
Magneto raised me to never stop fighting for what I believe is right.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
You shine like a diamond, but your soul is so empty.
Obviously, you've been speaking to my therapist, but I'm not sure that's relevant right now.
If we aren't strong within, even the toughest surface begins to show its cracks.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Here is an enemy to pursue. I can do this myself. I require some aid.
美国队长啊，不错。
Together.
Another fearsome foe found! The cosmos heals here. Check this one!
Help get that vehicle to its destination.
Feeling stronger already. Now, a disappearing. Color me impressed, Warlock.
Our foes have arrived.
Found a hotspot!
Guide this vehicle to its destination.
Some assistance, please.
Maximoff, the mutant threat, shows her true colors.
You're welcome!
小偷。
King the bad guy! You guys ready to overthrow a king? Let's
You're halfway there. Keep going.
healing. Don't mind me. I'm just dying. Hey, team! Enjoy the amplifier!
Assemble!
You're welcome. They're ahead of us. Fucking hell.
Us against the world.
Your fate is you must enter the depths below to end Noel's reign.
哎，我被玩在哪里？我被2个壮汉关进小房间。
Now, a disappearing.
That's 3.
This is way more fun.
fun that it should. I'm ready to unleash my mystic power.
How embarrassing.
Destroy these arms where you
The vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
Sorry to ruin your fun, Khonshu.
Be right there.
Our enemies are near.
啊，超级低。
I'm ready to unleash my mystic power. That's my back. Can help some more.
An enchanted goodbye.
I need healing. Hey, T! Enjoy the
Your
amplifier!
shield should do nicely.
I'm bright like a star!
Maximum pulse!
Goodbye.
I unleash the
Don't let anything stand in your way.
锤子浩赫。
哦，我倒了。
Rise, my friends!
Gone again！ 回来了。
回来了，我来了。
靠背，有破台。
Your big chance.
红大，红大，完了。
Color me impressed, Warlock.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man!
Be right there.
有啦，
有了。
Victory. Big win.
强啊！强啊！
哎，没有主播强。
夸张啊！我太烂了，别说
杀了
啦。
17个。对啊，你杀17个呢？都可以这样讲啊。
我尽量啦，尽量不要看起来那么菜。感谢戴戴，
对不对？
下次有机会再一起玩，拜拜。
拜拜，好，拜拜。
好，差不多该休休了。晚上还要开台呢。晚上要玩我们的道丁特工。还差2场哎，算了啦，就休。啊，练习，今天好多人追水哦，感谢各位。好，感谢花花的45小起点，感谢福福的4点小起点，感谢。感谢猫头鹰有来，感谢仔仔有来，感谢妈妈有来，感谢妄想君有来，感谢白酱有来，感谢节约花，感谢蓝颜，感谢露娜，感谢杰哈，感谢月虎，感谢猫猫，感谢花花，感谢奈宝。感谢精灵，感谢福福，感谢老金，感谢希尔福，感谢范佐，感谢汉克，感谢烧饼，感谢新酱，感谢 Dash， 感谢44，感谢安安，感谢钢盔，感谢恩爱，感谢卢焕秀，感谢咪哭，感谢坤包，感谢阿伯，感谢欧丸，感谢东兔，感谢小猪，感谢海豹，感谢你们，那也感谢小猪最后一起玩。好啦，我们揪团，我们揪团去给今天 不知道为什么多这么多人的人，感谢那个人，我们去感谢他。好累哦，我好累。我们今天晚上8点半再见，对吧？要不要我看一下？看一下手表。小猪，感谢你。对，今天晚上是8点半。好。海豹说他会到，没问题，没问题。他有说他会到，可以的，可以的。好啦，我们晚上8点半再见。OK， 拜拜，拜拜，跟我说拜拜，快点跟我说拜拜，跟我说拜拜。没有人跟我说拜拜，我好难过。谢谢。好啦，晚上见，拜拜，拜拜。哟，冰旋风，感谢追水，感谢刚刚一起打，感谢。好，我们就传过去喽，拜拜，雷言，拜拜，拜拜，晚上见，拜拜，8点半，拜拜。